Hi everyone, welcome to Amaranth. These are general messages for the collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter placements. Let's get into it. So the first card you have, Aries, is number 11. It says Mountain Cause. It says stability. And it further says align with the stability of Earth for grounding and support. Open your higher vision as you do. It further says, I am grounded, I am steady, I am unshakable. Don't leap without a firm foundation. Stability creates unstoppable momentum. And for you, Aries, right now, the mountains that are there in the background, it's a very, look at the card, it's very earthy, green, brown, all earth colors. And look at this person, she's standing in the mountain pose. It's also called Tadasana. And that means her feet is on the ground, and that's an excellent way to release negative energies and influences around us. Her arms, look at them, they're just flowing down, they're relaxed, they're open and pointing down, right? So I feel at this point in time, Aries, you're, standing tall. This energy is asking you to stay calm, stay rooted. Don't be impulsive because you are the cardinal fire sign. So at this point in time, you need to stay grounded. You need to feel that calm, and you need to do things after planning, after creating stronger foundations. So creating stronger foundations and not being impulsive, not jumping around from one thing to another is what's needed from you right now. So channel all your fire energy into creating that stability. The infrastructure projects, when companies, they create the roads and bridges and all of that, that's for the long-term stability. So it's that kind of a structure that you are being asked to create at this point in time. So there might be a lot of things that are changing around you. Maybe you're doing a lot of things. Maybe you're seeing a lot of things shift. So you need to stay calm and centered and balanced in the middle of all of that. So at this point in time, don't charge forward. You need to stand tall. You need to stay grounded and patient. Even the leaders of today, they are being coached to keep calm because they have to deal with so many changing factors and parameters day in and day out. So the boldest move for you right now, Aries, is staying calm, patient, and not being impulsive, not rushing into things. That would be your boldest move. I also feel that, the Chiron is an Aries, and that will test your sense of self, in the sense that, what do you think about yourself? How confident are you in creating the life that you want? These are some tests that the universe will put to you, because Chiron in Aries will test you for that. So you need to pause, you need to plan, you need to create that solid structure for yourself, whether it's in finances or in the house or in the work, in your career, whatever you're doing. You need to, some of you could be actually doing a lot of multiple jobs out there. So you need to have a set routine and stay focused in whatever you do. Don't jump from one thing to another. And don't act fast. Don't react fast. Hold steady. Just know when to hold steady, because things will unfold for you. This pose is asking you to align with the mountain energy, which is about, mountains are like considered as portals, because they're high, they're tall. It's where the heavens and the earth meet. It's that portal. So you're being asked right now, Aries, to align with that cosmic alignment or the timeless wisdom. Mountains are unshakable, and that's what is being asked of you, to be resilient, to be unshakable, to stand strong. For that, if you need to do some spiritual practices, like Yoga already told you that there is a Tadasana and this pose that this person is doing, but you can also practice walking barefoot, you can meditate. Even in terms of your finances, you need to plan for the long term. Don't invest, don't invest recklessly. Also, there is this person that I watch called Kyle Chandler, he comes on Friday Night Lights and see that, that's a true leadership quality that, every leader of the times today has. But this person is there on Friday Night Lights and, it's a great example to see somebody on TV to reflect this energy. I've known of so many companies that were going to launch their products and things like that. They kept it on hold because there were still some things that they wanted to work out. And once they fixed all those issues and bugs in their systems and knew for themselves that their foundations are strong, that's when they were ready to launch the product. And, that creates a long-term success. The next card you have, Aries, is the Trine, and it says angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. It further says, I'm supported by the universe. I move with divine flow. And it further says, your angels are so proud of the work you've done to get here. You've kept your heart soft through obstacles and let divine lessons shape you. Now you're a more authentic expression of your heavenly soul, and you're entering a beautiful time of harmony. And as you surrender into this loving tide, life feels abundant, blessed, joyful, and perfectly aligned, because it is. Now, if you see in this picture, there is, the circle on top. There's a triangle, there's a circle, and 120 degrees. And that's what this is. The planets for you, Aries, are 120 degrees away from each other. They're not competing with each other. They're supporting each other. So there is a support here for you, Aries, from the planets, because see, like I said, the planets are now friends with each other. They're not competing with each other. They support each other. They lift each other. So any challenges that you might be facing at this point in time, you will be supported. Your angels are supporting. You will get help that you probably cannot see at this point in time, that will move you forward, that will overcome any challenges. So you don't need to force things to happen. You don't need to force outcomes. You don't need to push against anything. Things will flow naturally, and you don't need to fight, you don't need to push, just things will naturally align and unfold for you, Aries. The doors that are meant for you will open. You just need to trust that angels are there, the universe is working for you, in the sense that you might see a lot of synchronicities, you might see people show up when you least expected it. Those kind of connections, those kind of calls, those kind of emails and messages will move you forward. Now, when I say ease, it doesn't mean you have to get lazy, you still have to put in the work, but you have to be, but the work that you put in will be supporting, you will get the right resources at the right time. So it doesn't mean like don't do anything, because if you don't do anything, you will get nothing. So you need to act, but at the right time, when you see the door opening for you, then. But if you see that the door is closed, nothing's working, then there is no point in pushing. That's the underlying message. Like I mentioned to you in the previous energy, in the previous card that you had with the mountain pose, that, you need to stay grounded. You need to stay calm. Even with Chiron and Aries, like I said, that you might have some questions and doubts about, who you are. And sometimes we checking yes ourselves, sometimes we doubt ourselves. But this Trine energy will help you to get through those doubts in a smoother way. You will get the support, to connections, to people, your family, your friends, your neighbors, whatever that is for you. You have spiritual support to help you, help you figure things out, whatever you want to, pursue. So, for example, if you are in the writing industry or books industry, if you're writing books or music and you want publishers, they will land up. You will land a contract or something like that. If this is about, crowdfunding, you want to get some funds for your startups and things like that, you might get the help that you need. Or maybe you're putting something out there, you're creating a restaurant, you're creating a recipe, and, you publish it out there and you get support, and, the people love it, it resonates, and it's simple to try and people love it, and you get a good positive feedback. It's something like that. So that's what this Trine energy is, to help the things flow smoothly in a natural way, not in a forced way. So whatever talents and skills that you have right now, and if you apply them and if you showcase them, you bring it to the world, it will feel like, it'll feel effortless. It wouldn't need any kind of force. It wouldn't feel forced. It wouldn't feel forced. It will feel effortless to you. And because your angels are there supporting you, Aries, you will see communication in terms of numbers, phones, or messages and things like that. So pay attention to those as well. For some of you, this could be meditation and spiritual practices that you want to incorporate in your daily routine. Yeah, it could be angel work. It could be anything, any kind of spiritual practice, yoga, meditation. We already saw the mountain pose for Uttarasana. So you might be into yoga and things like that. Or it might be even collaborating. And now collaborating in spiritual practices feels effortless, or you are getting the support that you need in some way. Some of you could be stepping into leadership positions, team leaders, company leaders, and the path is laid out for you because of the work that you have done in the past. The next card you have, Aries, is the Ace of Pentacles, and it further says, I plant seeds of abundance today, and I trust them to grow into lasting prosperity. Don't jump too fast, Aries. Nurture the seeds with patience. It's the message I'm getting from this. All your cards are indicating that you need to ground your fire into creating a legacy or something which is long lasting, whether it's health or whether it's wealth, whether it's finances or your own entrepreneurships. These are seeds, these are button seeds. It's surrounded by the golden icon you see, and inside there are symbols of fertility, of growth, of being blessed by the divine. So this is something that you are creating, or maybe you're thinking of creating, some solid structure, foundation. This has been coming through all of your messages so far. I feel that some of you might be, maybe you're buying homes or investing into homes, or you just bought your home and now you're finally feeling grounded in a certain area, in a certain neighborhood. Or it could be that, there are like peacock feathers coming out from these pentacles. I feel that, maybe you applied to a lot of jobs and now you're finally getting the job that will bring you a lot of stability, will bring you a lot of good finances. So this might be the beginning of something new on the career front for you. The renewable energy and those resources, wind and solar and all of those projects, those are the seeds of Ace of Pentacles. That's that energy playing out where people invest for the long term, creating cleaner resources. For some of you might be into cleaner eating as well for your health. You might be growing things in your house or eating green foods or clean foods and thinking things like that. Because this Ace of Pentacles energy over here, it says Goddess Isis. The ISAS and Goddess Isis is about fragility, growth, creating that magic with the tools that you have. This is a long-term prosperity that you have a chance at right now. Maybe some of you are creating some freelance projects or some side gigs and hustles, or maybe this is a new beginning or a new chapter in the way you care for yourself and self-care routines, health routines. Maybe you're having spiritual practices as a day-to-day job, like yoga or some kind of strength training is coming. Look at the person. I feel like this person holding this big rock and training for strength. So be patient and, put in the work first, like planning, resources, gathering budgets, everything before you jump into anything. So don't be impulsive. Again, this message is coming through. Some of you, I feel that you could actually be investing into property. Look at this home over here. There is a symbol for this home over here. So you might be investing into that in some way. Maybe you're buying new homes, or maybe you're remodeling your existing homes. But, over here, there's a lot of karmic symbols, and it shows that you are somehow aligning yourself with your soul's path, and whatever you're going to put the effort into growing, it's good for your soul's growth. So if you see over here, there's a lot of connections. If you see the picture, it feels like these people are connected through one thread. Some of you might be internet working, or you might be getting new deals through your networks. Some of you could be actually expanding in your trade across the world. Or you could be into some kind of app creation that helps people communicate across the world, because there's a lot of symbology over here that indicates a connection with people across the world. It's a chance that you build something, maybe a business that you're building, some kind of a legacy that you are trying to build at this point in time, or you're thinking of building. But whatever you're doing, I feel that you have long-term growth or rewards in mind, Aries, I feel. Because, you know, the symbols over here are so powerful because it just tells me that whatever ideas that you're coming up with right now, Aries, you can actually create something out of it. You know, some positive result you can create, you can actually manifest it. So it's something which is, your idea is grounded in reality. So you can create something tangible for yourself if you were to put the work into it. Now, another thing strongly that strikes me with the symbol over here in the center is like, you know, it's related to the ancient, a lot of ancient wisdom is coming through, you know, higher principles. So whatever you're working on, Aries, make sure that you're aligned with your higher truth and higher principles. That's when, and, you know, there's a lot of potential for you to grow in that area when you're aligned with the higher principles. So I do feel that, look, this pentacle is so big, so huge. It feels like, you know, it's a big seed that is being sowed. So trust the process, trust the divine. There's a lot of blessings that are coming your way, a lot of opportunities as well that you might run into. You see peacock feathers like at the bottom. How I see them as a lot of antennas, you know, a lot of antennas for opportunities. And the last card for today, Aries, you have is the inner temple. And it says, tune into the portal of your heart. Further, it says, please use me in a way that delights my mind, body, and soul. Me, my life be one big moving prayer. My body, heart, and soul are my sacred temple. From this place, all power flows. It further says, come into a daily devotional practice. You are being called to be a devoted student and tune into your heart, to incorporate true devotion into your life. You could be being called to develop a regular meditation, journaling, or chanting practice. So right now, Aries, you are being called to listen to your inner voice, you know, to go within, to not overdo things, not overexert yourself and external activities and burn yourself out. It's like go within, to, you know, find that peace first, stay grounded. And this is a theme throughout all your messages. You know, Aries, like being the cardinal sign, it's like you are passionate about things, but right now you are being asked to channel that energy to creating strong foundations, and also for your to be aligned with your inner voice, your inner soul. What is your soul calling at? To listen to that and to align with that, to align with the higher principles, the cosmic wisdom and things like that. So very inward kind of energy. Some of you, you know, it's like in today's times, there's a lot of focus in all the companies everywhere where we are talking about mental health awareness. And it's like an open thing now. It's no longer a taboo that it was before. And that's what this is. Like, you know, our health, our mental health, physical health, emotional health, spiritual health, all of that is our inner temple. We need to tend to it. We need to take care of it so that we feel better. We feel holistically fine. We feel happy, we feel, you know, and that leads to further productivity. It leads to further connections and strengthening your bonds and putting the work in, integrating stable structures and better finances, because, and that's where it all starts. It starts from within. So stay devoted to that voice, to that cause, to your values, whatever you stand for. Some of you might actually be setting up some spiritual courses or into Reiki or meditation, sound bites, whatever is your modality of bringing in that inner peace. But something over here, you are going to go within and align with your soul purpose. I feel you already are. But some of you could be taking it to the next level. You know, there's a lot of wellness retreats that are coming up now because people want to not go away or leave things or leave responsibilities, but they want to reconnect with their own selves. You know, in a busy world today, it's hard to find that kind of time. Some of you might be into those wellness kind of retreats, or you know, there's a lot of mindfulness theories and processes and institutions that are guiding people towards mindfulness that's going on. Some of you could be into meditation and yoga and doing it with the community, or joining an institution or teaching people about that, you know, some kind of sacred principles. You could be into teaching into institutions, or you could be the coach or counselor someplace. with the temple, when we visit some kind of, our spiritual places like the temples and whatever be the sacred place for you, it's not just a building, it's not just a structure, it's because all of these buildings, all of these structures are created with that sacred geometry. A lot of it, especially the ancient ones, if you go to Africa or any other place, the pyramids or around the world, there's so many structures that are created as the spiritual retreats and spiritual connections to the divine. So those structures are actually created in the olden times and the ancient times with secret geometry, because secret geometry actually amplifies the spiritual power that is already existing because of the location, the blessings from the gods, ancient gods, and things like that. So when you go there, you feel at peace. It helps you to connect with yourself and to sit down, to think about things, to contemplate and all of that. It gives you that serene atmosphere to do that. Some of you might be actually creating some kind of altar space in your own homes, like a meditation corner or some altar and things like that, where you want to just, spend time with yourself, understanding what you want, which is your future direction and things like that. Some of you actually could be into yoga and things, and movements and strength training so that you nourish your body, not just your heart and soul, but also nourishing your own body. And the current planetary transit, especially Jupiter, is actually helping you to grow and expand, whether it's learning about people, cultures, or rituals, or things like that. A lot of learning energy in the spiritual area, or about some rituals that you want to incorporate in your day-to-day life. You might be learning about different faiths or something like that. Or you might be teaching. You might be incorporating that in your home in some kind of practice. I'm also getting a very karmic vibe. Right now, the energies are pushing you into some kind of mastery, whether it's mastering a skill, mastering a habit, mastering a routine, or something like that, of mastering your self, and mastery could be in any area, rather controlling your impulses or controlling your habits, eating patterns. It could be anything, but some kind of mastery that you are being guided towards, or you're already accomplishing that, or you will be soon. So I do feel with this energy out here, Aries, whatever action you're putting in, whatever the effort you're putting in, you are first listening to yourself. You are making sure that you're in alignment and at peace with those actions and those goals and things like that. And then you're moving forward. So slowing it down, I feel you're slowing things down. You're not your impulsive self. You're going to slow down, or you already are in that energy, and you will connect with your inner voice, your inner calling, before you take those actions, which is absolutely wonderful, and that's the moment of true empowerment, when we align our actions with our own inner guidance and our inner calling. And lastly, it says, you go within to find the strength, guidance, and beauty you've been seeking outside. So Aries, those were your messages. These are general messages, will play out differently in your lives. Let me know how they play out in yours or in the environment around you, and hope you enjoyed your messages. So thank you guys for joining. Please subscribe and hit the like if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye for now.